This tap's leaking and I'm quickly going to show you how to fix it without calling the plumber out, because I'm a DIY just like yourself. Now on this particular tap, it is dripping from here. There's a little bit of water there. Sometimes it'll be the other side. I've already done the other side a couple of years ago, and sometimes it's coming out of here. Either which way, you need to replace a cartridge which is in here. Firstly, you need to go under your sink and turn your water off. You should have, hopefully, isolation valves under here. I know I've got isolation valves because I just replaced the old ones that were rubbish. Look at the state of that. I couldn't even turn it. So I've put peggler ones in with handles. Apparently they're the best on the market. I would turn both off just in case. Okay, we're just going to check. That's fine. That is fine. Okay, for a tap like this, you want to find the grub screw. For there, it's just a little plastic cap, so we can pop that off. And then inside, there's normally an Allen key. I know you might be thinking, well, my kitchen tap doesn't look like that. There are a couple of different ways to deconstruct these. That one, they've got a little cap on the end. You need to pop that off and there'll be a Phillips screw underneath. If you've got something like this, these bits here, they unscrew and then you'll have a grub screw underneath. Unscrew that. There we go. Now this is the cartridge that you're going to need to replace. Now my particular one, or it's not mine, it's my in-laws, there's this little cover on the spline section, so I just need to nip that off. There's a screw on the ends. Pop off. There we go. And that's the spline section, so that's what you want to measure now. So you need to measure it to make sure that you're going to get the right cartridge. Now if you've got a decent metal rule, that would be good. You could use a plastic ruler if you really need to. First you need to measure the width, and on that it's 8mm, and then you want to measure the length of the spline, so that is also 8mm. You can also measure the width of that spline section with something like this. This is what I use. There's a link in the description for my Amazon shop for anything like this. The next bit is where you're going to need really good eyesight, because you need to count the number of splines on this. Chances are there's going to be 20, but there might be more or slightly less. For this one, I actually used this, and then I marked a pencil where I started, counted the splines, and then come to 20. So now you want to get on the internet and you want to be looking for a tap gland or a tap cartridge. It's normally 1/2 inch BSP. That's the bit that goes inside the actual body of the tap. You might be looking for a 9mm 22 or a 10.5mm or an 8mm. Now depending on where you shop, you might get that measurement there, so you can make sure, and you might get the total measurement, in which case you need to whack this out quickly. Just get an adjustable spanner on here, and then lefty loosey, and then you should be able to unscrew it quite easily. So that way I can check the overall length just in case. And for this one, it's a ceramic tap gland. There is a different type. The other type of cartridge are these, and they go in full turn taps like these ones. So here's my new one. I got it from Screwfix because it was better description than the Toolstation ones. It is slightly different in terms of this little collar here, and there is a screw in the top that I need to get rid of because I don't need that because I've already got a screw on the other one. Sometimes on this nut bit here you do get a code, and then that will tell you exactly what cartridge you need, but this one hasn't got anything, so that's the reason why I had to measure it all. Before you put your cartridge in, it is a good idea to use some silicone grease. This is also linked in my Amazon shop. Just pop a little bit on the end and a little bit on that O-ring there, and then that will make sure that it gets a nice seal. And this is for potable water as well, this particular one, so it's fine to use on your drinking tap. Then it's as straightforward as popping this back in, righty-tighty, doing the reverse of what you've done before. Just put it all back together. You don't need to do this too tight, just nip it up so it's snug. And we're there. Check it's all good, in the right position. Pop your cap back in unless you've lost it like me. Turn your water back on, test it out, and she's a beauty. If that's helped you, give us a like, subscribe for more DIY stuff.